I was thinking that we read a few lines from about Guru Tattva from Srila Goswami Maharaj. Yes, I think on this day you can hear what Guru is, what is not Guru, how we can get the association of Guru. Association of Guru means not bodily conception, bodily association. First he speaks that your Guru is not at all tall. But at the same time we offer reverence to Gurudev, we must not conceive that the Guru is our tall, a lifeless figure. Because we are familiar with a particular figure and accept that as our Guru. We should not become misled. The important thing is what he says, his instructions. That is attracting our inner hearts. I am not this body, I am the inquirer. That thing which is satisfying me, drawing the inquirer to the inquired. I must try to locate that thing in him. I must not rely on material calculation. I am not this body. Who am I? The disciple. The disciple. Am I only this body, this figure, this color, this caste? Or am I this temperament, this scholarship and intellectualism? No. I am he who has come to seek. Who is the body within me? And who is the body in Guru? We must be fully awakened to that. What is the inner thing? I have come for that. You must be awake to our own interest. There is the relative principle and the absolute principle. We shall have to eliminate the form, ignore the form. Shall always have to keep the spirit. Otherwise we become form worshippers or idol worshippers. So this is a very important point we have to understand. If we understand this very important point, then we are able to understand what is Guru. Guru is not this, has not, we are not worshipping the form, or we are glorifying the form of the Guru. Guru is the manifestation of the Super Soul. is not, we should not do idol worship. Means we are worshipping the form. We see what, how he looks. And what is this? What is he bringing to us? His message. His message, what he brings to us, is not from him. And this Guru is one person with own self-interest. The Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nitai, they talking to him. He is a transcendental channel. So what is important? What we worship in Guru? Not the form. We are worshipping the truth, the spirit, the truth, what is coming through him. And this is one of the qualities of Guru, that he is never adding and never changing anything what Shastra, Sadhu and Guru, bona fide Guru, bona fide Sadhu, and the Shastras, what they say, they are one. So this is a qualification. It is said, of course, that the connection with the spiritual master is eternal. Chakshudanam tilure janme jamnu prabhuse. But we must not identify our Guru with the appearance we perceive with our physical senses. Our inner identification of him will be clarified according to the growth of our vision. When our vision increases and takes shape from material to transcendental, his look will also change accordingly. So, can you follow this? And he will represent himself as how our vision or how our spiritual understanding is at the time. When our vision increases and takes shape from material to transcendental, his look will also change accordingly. His look will also change accordingly. So we have to see that our disciple succession coming from Gauranga is very pure, and most of the Acharya, many of the Acharyas, have revealed even the transcendental form, transcendental service. What they are eternally performed in the transcendental world. But we have not yet attained the vision, the eyes to see this, because it is not visible through our material eyes, and we cannot touch it with any of our senses. That's because we are first should learn to hear what he is saying. And this spirit, with this understanding, we may come to understand his another form of the Guru, his eternal form. then we can be connected. And there is, for those who have the good fortune, by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, that he will always be present with such kind of disciples or spiritual personalities. So those who have attained this higher level, they can see him all the time. For them, he is not appearing and he is also not disappearing. Because if we read, if we hear his teachings, this is where he lives. It is transcendental and will always be there. This is his position. And it comes, those who are fortunate, they never lose their connection with him. Wherever he may be, maybe he lives some thousands of kilometers away from here when he's alive. If you have understood the essence, then you will always be connected with him. He will always be with you. When he leaves this world, he is not leaving his devotees, he always will be in contact. And the devotees will always be with him. With him means with all the endurance, with all those who have attained this spiritual vision, eyes, or this state of transcendental, eternal pastimes of the Lord, wherever he may perform his pastimes in the Leela of the Lord, wherever this may be. This is only known to those who are very close, and this will be a secret for all external, those who see only with material eyes, and this will always be hidden to them. They will never attain this. If they're not going on to get an idea and getting guidance by those who have already attained it. So man is sometimes known most externally by his uniform, then by his body, then by his mind, then by his intelligence. As much as our eye will develop to see things rightly. So according to our eyes, means eyes, this material eyes first, then the transcendental eyes. There's a difference. As much as our eye will develop to see things rightly, what we are seeing will also change its face. Krishna says, Ajaryam mam vijaniyan. Ultimately, it is I who am the Acharya. It is the function of divinity, and in different stages, there may be different forms. Different Acharyas may work at the same time. So the knowledge, the ideal, is growing from subtle to gross. And the depth of the vision of the eye will disclose the different features of the different acharyas. It will go in different rasas to the highest position by a gradual process of realization. Otherwise, our knowledge will be based on the material conception. And to force the material conception under the divinity is a crime. It is ignorance. It is erroneous. So we should not think when we see Gurudev with material eyes that we have attained now. We know him, we see him. It is much, much deeper. If Gurudev has accepted us, he will always know. And if you're sincere in your heart to want to understand, then he will help you. Then he will always be with his disciples. He will not be separated, either if he is in a body or not. That's because we say spiritual master is not taking birth. He appears and he disappears. He is not dying. He is visible a certain time in this world for helping Gauranga Mahaprabhu to distribute his name. And he will disappear in a certain time. But he was here before, and he will be after. So if we are fortunate, then we will never lose this connection. When we have to leave this world, we will be surprised that dear Gurudev is waiting that all the devotees so it is like this. Otherwise it is ignorance, and to force the material conception on the divinity is crime. So of course nowadays it is like this, that those who are externally attracted to the form of the Guru that this is something divine, this is a conception of divinity. This Srimad says it is a crime. It is ignorance, it is erroneous, it is fault. It is ignorance, because this form he takes is only a form he takes for a few years, in the universal, seeing it universe from the universal side. It's just a moment. He may appear. For us it may be a long time. Then he appears. But in this moment he appears, many will have the chance to understand. So we have to be free. We have to free ourselves from the snare of identifying reality with the physical form presented to our senses. The eyes deceive us. They cannot give us the proper form or color. The ears cannot give us the proper sound. The concrete reality is beyond the experience of our senses. So then what is that thing? Because we are in such a low position, we can gradually go there to the inner world only with the help of our Guru. Because we are in such a low position, we can gradually thinking that we can go there to the inner world. But we can only gradually go there to the inner world only with the help of our Guru. So this we have to know. To our strength, we are not able to go to this to experience this transcendental plane. We need someone who comes from there. Like we are quoting this. He can show you the truth because he has seen it. If you have no idea what is this transcendental plane, if you have no realization, how can you help someone else to find it? What to say of when I am coming on the material, seeing everything as form, material form, and think this is divine. Without the help of Guru, bona fide Guru, we are not able to see his real form, transcendental form. Is any question on this point? Or anything?
Can a person have more than one Guru?
Yes, in Bhagavatam it said there is one Avadhuta. He said he has so many gurus. The tree is his guru. Then what? Huh? A dog also? Huh?
How do you identify a bona fide?
This is not in your hand, I think. According to our desire, we expect something from Guru. Someone expects that he makes my life nice and peaceful. But this has nothing to do with transcendental. So we will get Guru means also teacher. He will teach us.
Yeah, but in our Guru comes to that because when you are going to the right path, the Guru will find you. That is
yeah, we have to know what is the right path. We choose the right path. But the Guru knows what is the right path. Yeah. So if we know, if we want to point, I need one for the right path. Rohat, what is your path? Or what is the path of so many? Then they will always give different answers for.
Only one path, that is attain moksha. That's it.
This is your path.
You can go to Vaikuntha or you can go to whatever. I mean,
no. Then
the motive or if and but.
Yeah.
That is the point.
Moksha is one goal, but this is not the goal of Vaishnava, by example. Moksha is just a side effect. It is when we are progressing, we come to attain moksha.
Beyond that?
Yes, we have to.
Already qualified. Go beyond that, one has to be already, sort of qualified what is moksha and where he is trying to.
Of course, but we have to, according to our desire, where we want to go. you will get help. So if I want moksha, for example, you will get moksha, but you don't know how to go further. You do not know, I do not know what is the next step. So we have to, the goal must be Krishna Prem, let's say, because we are worshippers of Krishna, Govinda, Sarva, what is the first Brahma Samhita? Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hridesha Sutishta. Al Satchitananda Vigraha, Adi Govinda, Adi, the source of everything. I want to go.
The source, back to the source, back to home.
Yes, that is our real home, because moksha is you are out of this, but there's no guarantee that you will not. Like like a deep sleep, it is described, dreamless sleep. So there's no mind is peaceful, but if some agitation may come, then immediately you may say, what is this? So it's possible. That usually many, like the Kumaras, were Brahmavadi, they were realized they attained moksha. But when they went, they wanted to go to, they have heard about Vishnu, they wanted to go and see, they were so powerful, they could go to the Vaikunta. So there they were checked by Jaga and Madai.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. In our places. Jai and Vijay, yes. Right, yes. And they forbade them. You're not fit. It is a pastime of the Lord. It's already, But they were very disturbed and they cursed the Jai and Vijay. So, and Vishnu appeared and it is a long story. They have to come to this material world 3 times as demons, and we know Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, and 3 times. Yes. And the Komoras now they are become great Vaishnavas. Because why? They were just smelling the transcendental smell, not the material smell, of the tulasi leaves who were on the feet of Lord Vishnu. They were so charmed. It means that they were so charmed that this Brahma, they realized actually he is a person, he is of God's form, transcendental form. And they become very attracted and they become great Vaishnava. And there's one line coming on Vaishnava line, 4 lines are there. They become the first, the acharyas, the first in this line. Another one is Lakshmi, and another one is our Sampradaya, Gaudiya Madhva. Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself appeared in this, but he also accepted all the other 4. Ramanujacharya is in the one. Vishnu Swami is there. Lord Shiva also. Is in one line. He's also accepted as a greatest Vaishnava, great Vaishnava. Okay, different approaches, but they have the same goal. There's also Shankaracharya. Even Shankaracharya, he's an incarnation of the Vishnu, Shiva. But on the end, he said, "You fools, chant the name of Govinda. Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda." Yes. So our goal is must be the highest. We may not be able to attain it in one life, but we should know where in what direction it goes. So we may go for Brahman, and we will get help on this level where we are looking for. So if we are sincere going, I want to go like the Kumaras, I want to see Vaikuntha, what is this? I want, they got to see the eyes, they got the guide also accordingly. So it is working like this. The whole material world manifested because of desire. So if you want to go back home, it's also based on desire, on our desire. I want to go back home, but I want to take this and this with me. Yes. But I just want to say, family life is no hindrance. Because Mataji is also spiritual souls. Sometimes you think we have to all take sannyas. No. There are so many saintly, so many pure devotees. And family life, what we think when Shivas went back, he went back with his whole family. They are all living in the highest plane. They're coming from there and they went back again. Vishnu, Priya, is Lakshmi, is eternal associate of Mahaprabhu. Or Sachimata, or Yashoda, they are all eternally present in the transcendental world. So everybody, when pure devotee goes back, then it is said, if he is absolute pure devotee, and it takes many generations with him, in the, before him who went away, and after him they are appearing. This is very powerful because it is on a very subtle level. So just of thinking of him, they are associating. And they will be purified in this way. That's not my speculation. It is Shastric. Yes. Bhakti, you have one? If a pure devotee appears in this world, he may not be recognized. Like, you know, Raghunath Goswami, who was one of highest class. He was born in a rich family. And his father married him. He did not want to marry. But he wanted, but he slept in he has a big house In the inner chamber, there were the ladies, Mataji's were living there. He was always sleeping outside, always separated, and he had the only desire to understand. He wanted to run away, so his father was always watching him. There also he had many guards around. They were always uh, uh, he could not go alone outside, you know. That he was always afraid he runs away to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Yeah, so he come in a very rich family. Or like the Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, two brothers. They were working 40 years for Muslim. What is government service? Yeah, but it was a Muslim, and they were very expert. But at home, they studied the scriptures with Brahmanas. And then he decided when Mahaprabhu, he met Mahaprabhu, yeah, they want to finish everything. So I think Sanatana Goswami got even locked in prison because he said he wanted to go, but he was dependent on them. They were expert managers, so like this. Then they become the highest devotees. So in the time, whatever they may have done in the past, well, what is this? This one who was blind. Bilvamangala Thakur. Krishna personally came to bring him. He went to Vrindavan to bring from the villages he was living in Govardhan near. And he was a person who was for enjoying. He was even visiting regularly prostitute. So, but then the prostitute became his teacher. When you would, anyway, it's a long story. So he realized, yes, what I'm doing, I'm running here. So he went away and was initiated and went to Vrindavan. Yeah, he again met a Brahman family. He asked for food, and the Brahmana was very pure, and his wife also. So, and he saw that he became attached to the wife of the Brahmana. If you want to stay with her, I offer my wife like this. Then when he stayed in the room, he asked the Mataji, give me your needle to put the hairs together. Then he took out his eyes. He became blind. Like, these are my enemies, my eyes. Because eyes make me want me to enjoy things. They are not sinful. So like this, so determined he was. It's not for us. It was long in other times. Kabir? No, under this name I do not know him. He had another name before, but he became Bilva Mangala Thakur afterwards. But there are similar stories told, perhaps. they went through all these things, but they are not ordinary souls. They are always under the control of their eternal master, either Krishna or Guru. So there's a pastimes of the Lord also, we can see. But they are never stand alone. They are always under control of the Lord. From appearance to the disappearance. Oh, did I answer this question? Oh, the time is over. So if anything more to say, otherwise we can. Yes, yes. But there is also nothing to say. We must come to the state of doing. Now we are on the level of speculating on how it will go on. But we should know what will come. We should know our future. It is very simple. It's very realistic. It is very clear. I don't know. This is that goes a little deeper, and this is not meant for all kinds of. I don't know if this is seen. I don't know who will look this. But those who are sincere, who are practicing and get some experience of the transcendental plane, that there is something more, who have realized, understood. For them, they may get some benefit, they can continue. There's no must or we have to do something, no. It is our free will. It is as we desire. Nobody is forcing us, except the material nature, giving us little problems according to our activities. But the Mahaprabhu came just to give us Krishna Prem, loving love to the God, the Supreme Lord. So we must become a member of this great devotees. And we may go on do our service and then go. When we are fortunate, we can continue in next life to be the servant of the servant of the servant. If we forget Krishna, this is the most terrible thing what can happen. Now we have forgotten. So it is very auspicious, I think, when we live in an association of devotees. It may save our life, either this life or next life. We may get the chance. Something more. Jai Sri Gurudev Nitalila Bhavistam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Acharya Stodasha Sri Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Pujabha Srila Sita Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Brahmanandi Mancha Kalpatarubhyasa Satyanti